Welcome to ADlibnD, where a group of amateur role-playing enthusiasts run a weekly live-stream D&D 5e game with a twist. The viewing public can vote on a large group of random concepts from the episode before the episode takes place. Once tallied, the DM will select 5 of the most popular random concepts and tailor that episode of the game against the chosen random concepts. Anything can happen, no episode will be the same. You can find where to vote on Discord on the Filthy Pig Discord server. Now, before I commence, I'd just like to indicate that we have a couple of guest players tonight, and hopefully they'll continue on till next week. And we'll get into a description of their characters soon. But just so you guys know that the combat tracker is indicating a couple of new players. Now, where we left off last week, the band, the Dodgy Brothers, the solution architects, were just traveling back from clearing out a Brigand camp to the north. Now, they had cleared it out successfully, apart from the Brigand leader fleeing through an underground river using a boat as a getaway craft. However, they believe they've succeeded in the task that was set out for them, and they've returned to Modaño to claim their reward from Thelma, the garrison master in Modaño, and also see if they can retrieve an item of value from Kara the Tinker. So they also have in tow one of the brigands, a bloke by the name of Lewis, who was identified as an ex-thief from the local thieves guild, the Hooded Flame. So you guys, I assume, are heading out to see Thelma now, is that correct?
That's correct.
So you guys head down to the garrison, and Alarak is indicating that he wants to take the lead in this, since he was the one that spoke with Thelma last time. And he looks to you, Jace, for a look of approval, considering that you have been dealing to some extent with speaking with people in the past.
So Jace is happy to let him go ahead, but he's going to listen in because he just wants to make sure that he gets the right pay after that incident last job.
Sure.
Just remember, Jace, Alarak said it was 25 gold each, so have a care he doesn't cheat us. He tends to forget things.
I hear you, Urbani.
So you stride into the garrison office, and once again, Thelma is present. The Jade Dragonborn is present at the table. She looks up and notices Alarak, and there's a look of recognition there, and goes, so you've come back at last. And Alarak nods and dumps onto the table a large collection of scalps, and mentions that, look, we've cleared out the Brigand camp just as you asked, and here for our reward, including all the money. We found them off to the north in a cave, probably about 10 or so miles north. And Thelma has a look and goes, well, I'll pass on the gold now, but I'm going to investigate this cave if you can give me directions with one of my my guards at some point in the future to make sure they're not going to come back. And so she leans around, and you can hear the chink of coin as she selects a few coins from a bag underneath the desk, and then drops it in front of him. Says, so as we agreed, that was 100 gold from the clearing out of the Brigand camp, and I believe it was 5 silver per scalp, and there was 9 scalps there, so that should be about 4.5 gold. Alarak takes the money and looks to you a little bit sheepishly.
Jason, there's some good negotiating there, Alarak.
Well, yeah. Well, let's split it now, I think. And as he splits out the gold for you, Thelma leans over and goes, "Listen, you did such a good job, Alarak. I think I might have something for you. You seem to be someone who can track down people. I'll only need him for a couple of days, but yeah, you happy with that?" Alarak seems keen for more money on the side.
Yeah, you go for it, Alarak. But yeah, if you get a chance to cut us in, you know where to find us.
Right. Well, I'll come back and catch up with you later. And he heads off with Thelma after you guys have distributed the gold. So if you want to add 100 gold plus 4.5, like 4 gold and 5 silver to your tally. So that would be 33 gold each, plus an additional 1 gold and 5 silver each. So that's 34 plus 5 silver each, and then I'll add 1 gold into the party pool.
Are we adding that on ourselves?
Yeah, just add it on yourselves. The reason being that I've set up the other characters into the party sheet, so if I try and distribute it automatically, it's going to do the percentages wrong.
Yep.
So now that you've claimed the gold from the garrison area, are you off to see Kara?
Yes, yeah, I think so. Wabani?
When you come outside, I'm on the northern side of the building at the faucet outside, and just nonstop washing my hands.
Oh, Wabani, we're going to have to get you drunk again tonight.
Yes, I think that would be good. This killing is, I'm not cool with it. Drink would be good.
All right, you got it, buddy.
But filthy pig, though, because that other place is... Yeah, I know you might have the birds and the bees business going on there, but it's too expensive.
I didn't find it that way, but sure, I'll check out your pub.
Right. Well then, let's go find the tinkerer. See if we can get ourselves that wooden toy. But I'm not touching it this time. I got zapped too many times. Maybe you should try. Did you get zapped?
I did. I did get zapped.
Oh, right. I thought perhaps maybe it was because I wasn't pretty enough, and maybe I was wrong.
What you also find is once you guys were at the garrison, Lewis was escorted off to what you suspect is the prison in this small city.
Oh, we did get 5 silver for Lewis, I hope.
No, because he's alive. His
But
scalp was attacked.
The scalp was delivered.
Oh, true. All right, you can get an extra 2 silver each.
Woohoo!
Don't spend it all at once.
Let me go to the bank or the money lender. Let's go to the money lender and teach him about banking. Maybe we can invest.
All right, so you head on. From asking the guards where the group of tinkers are, you find that they've been relegated to the southwestern gate and outside the city. They don't like tinkers hang around in the city. They're a bad look for the city, and things tend to go missing when they're around. At least that's what the guards say.
Just a question there. On the southwest, so the southwestern gate, that's by that big mansion place, eh?
That's the prison, actually.
Oh, that's the prison. Okay.
Yeah, I'll bring up the map so people can see.
On the way, Jace, with the money chinking in his pocket, finds a flower seller and buys a bunch and gets them sent over to Nessie at the Courtier's Reprieve.
Okay.
That's more
what
that
kind?
bee business, isn't it?
There's a small There's a small bouquet that's 5 copper. There's a medium bouquet that's 2 silver, and there's a absolutely astounding bouquet that's 1 gold plus. Like it's got lovely ribbons, and it comes hand delivered with a delivering person who's dressed up to the nines and such. What do you choose?
The 1 gold bunch.
Now, as he's there, I'm going to ask the flower seller, is there, if I give you 2 gold, is there like a poisonous flower that we can kind of stick in that bouquet?
Are you doing this in front of Jace?
No. Of course, why would I do that in front of Jace? That would defeat the purpose.
Okay.
Well, how do you expect to do that without me seeing?
The flower boy who's off to the side. No, I'm kidding. Forget it. I was pushing it too far.
He looks at you, frightened and confused, and goes, "Oh, we don't do that. We give flowers that are lovely. We don't give poisonous flowers to people. That would ruin business."
Oh, I thought maybe you had some extra herbs that were of the non-flowery stuff that we could, put on the stems.
No. You're weird.
Well, I thought it might be amusing. Yes, go. Jeez.
He runs off. A lot quicker than what a small boy would normally do.
Little rapscallion urchin. I wonder if he knows Lucy.
Too late to know now.
No.
He's gone.
Bugger.
Okay. So you catch up with the Tinker group. You brought the caravan back as well, didn't you?
Indeed, we
did. Yeah.
Yeah, with the horse attached.
Yep.
When you get back, they seem to have set up shop just outside the southwestern gate, and there is a few people milling around from the city, buying and selling and generally trading with the Tinkers. So they are relatively popular, but not with the guards.
How do Kara?
You see Kara. She's off speaking with a couple of customers, but when she catches sight of you, she looks towards you in delight and says, "Oh, thank you. You've done everything I've asked and more. Listen, it was very hard getting that toy off my son, but I realized that when he was sleeping, he let go of the toy, and I was able to pick it up then." And she presents it to you and says, "I hope it does you and protects you as well as it did my boy, and I'm hoping that he'll be okay without it."
Now, I think that is the wisest thing you could have done, Kara. A toy like that with a young baby just probably isn't the smart thing to do. Now, I do have a question for you.
Yes?
We recovered a crap ton of that Commonwealth green tea. And that seems to be a strange shipment. I'm just wondering, what do you know about it?
It's very popular. We picked it up off the Verdant Commonwealth, and we normally trade it around in the Tall Sovereign if we can. It goes for a high price amongst the nobles and such. This
was your purchase? It wasn't given to you?
No, we purchased it. We know the price of these things in other areas, and we attempt to trade this equipment when we can, or this produce.
I see. And one last question. When you were heisted, did they seem overly interested in anything in particular?
She stands there and thinks for a second. No, I don't think so. It all happened so fast, and it was basically our life, or they took the caravan, and I never had a chance to get Allmans off the caravan, but thankfully you saved him. She said it, her lips starting to quiver a little bit at remembering the horrible situation that happened.
Yes, right. Well, I didn't want to bring up those memories, but at least the little pipsqueak there is going to be fine. And because you did do me good, here's the gold I promised. And I give her the 5 gold I promised her.
Okay. She thanks it and says, "Oh, thank you. Look, we were able to get about 6 copper to give you in exchange, as well as that artifact. But
that's fine. You keep those coppers.
Okay.
You're okay with that, aren't you, Jace? Did you want them coppers?
No, it's quite all right. Jace gives the halfling woman a ornate bow, and has Wabani taken the statue?
I put it back. I looked at it quickly. It's in the party inventory again.
So
okay.
This item requires attunement, and you can study it for a little while, and I can reveal the details if you want to roll an Arcana check.
Okay, I'll do that.
So in fact, I was messing with you. I was checking to see if you remembered. I promised her 25. I gave her 5, and I still owed her 20. So since she didn't remember the other 15, yeah.
That's fine. It's been so long.
I fudged her.
I've had a busy week, and you've got you retrieved everything for them. They're very happy. Okay, I've ID'd the item, but it still requires attunement, which will take about 5 minutes. But you can read it out if you want.
Okay. This seems like an ordinary children's toy, a carved wooden ball, approximately 5 inches wide and 2 inches high. On closer inspection, there is an unusual engraving on the underside of the toy, an inverted triangle with the image of an eye inside it. When studied for magic, the item gives off a faint hint of conjuration and evocation magic. This item requires attunement. When attuned, you receive the following benefits. Summon the Herald of the Boar. That's masculine. The Herald of the Boar can only be outside of the boar for a maximum of 10 minutes a day. This can be in one summons or in a sum of many smaller summons. The Herald appears adjacent to the boar if there is space available, otherwise at the closest possible point within visual range of the boar. While the boarkeeper is conscious, any attempt at removal of the artifact from its possession is met with an electrical shock, and the inability to remove the object deals 1d6 lightning damage, and the attempt to remove the item is foiled. Can cast Thunderwave at level 1 once per day with a DC of 14.
You can right-click on that and share it as well.
Will do.
There you go. Done.
That's for the Twitch people. Cool.
So I'll see whether you or since Alarak isn't here and he picked up the clock anyway, I'm assuming it'll be between you two.
Oh no, that's all for you, Jace. That's fine. You can have that toy. That imp kind of, I didn't like him very much.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much, Wabani. I appreciate it. I'll put it to good use.
You know, that's what I'm about. Solutions. Architecting them for a better world. Yeah. All right. What's up now? I mean, do we need to... I'd rather not go to visit the Courtier's Reprieve, if that's what you're thinking.
That's fine. It's been a big day. Shall we head back to your place and
yeah,
check in?
That's a good idea. Let's see how Lucy's doing.
Okay, so you head back to your wonderful abode, your Dodgy Brothers Solution Architects building, and it takes you probably from where you are. It takes you about 2 hours to get there through the streets that are starting to pick up at around lunchtime now. As you get close, you smell some lovely aromas coming out of your building once again.
Wow. If that's Lucy cooking again, damn. I can't believe Dimble made a smart decision with that one.
Extraordinary, hey?
All right, I'm gung ho. Let's go see what's the deal.
Okay, you enter in and you find Lucy in the kitchen. She's working on what looks to be some sort of casserole or stew dish, and looks up and goes, "Oh, you're back already? How'd it go?"
Hey, Lucy. All good, all good. I see that you've been busy.
Yep, that money's really coming in handy. And listen, if you want some of this food, maybe you can help pay for it.
Oh, right.
It's not going to cost much. It's only a couple of copper.
No, yeah, I got that. Paying for food. It's probably a smart thing to do.
You've been so nice to me, and look, it's the only way I can repay you that I can think of is cooking meals when you're here.
Well, don't you worry. I remember Alarak telling me that we need to set up an overhead budget for the business, and he's going to take care of that. So I'll make sure and let him know that that business of an overhead budget is finally starting to happen.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Right. Well, when that happens, I'll let you have some of my food. Anyway.
Damn, that kid's got the lippy.
How much for a plate of that lovely food, Miss Lucy?
Look, if you give me a couple of copper per day, I'll have food available for you anytime you're here.
Agreed. Jace hands her a silver piece and says, "That'll let me know when you need more."
Fantastic. And she hands over to you a bowl of very lovely smelling stew. And she looks towards you, Wabani, and said, "You want some?"
Well, you see, Lucy, I mean, Alarak comes up with these ideas, and I'm afraid that if I just give you without having a proper conversation with him, oh hell. Here, you little rascal.
Pleasure doing business with you. Here you go. Have your fill.
And I do.
and it is nice. I don't know where she sources these ingredients, but they are tasty. When you're finishing up your lunch, you hear a rap at the front door.
Well, Jace, you're new here, fresh on the premises, fresh into this group. That's your job. Go answer the door.
Okay, then. So Jace goes to the door and opens it up.
As you open the door, you notice there's 3 individuals outside. The person that's directly in front of you seems to be an old gnome. He appears quite old and a little frail. He's heavily wrinkled face and a full head of white hair frames a slightly shriveled nose, small mouth, and fierce green-grey eyes. He wears what seems to be a loose-fitting shirt and breeches of faded red and blue, respectively. Underneath, a billowing patchwork cloak of brown, yellow, and green. This coat contains numerous pockets on the outside and, from what you can tell, in the inside, and they're all bulging with mysterious contents. On his belt sits 2 small bags, some implements, and what could be a coin purse. And he looks up and goes,
"Oh, is this the Dodgy Brothers?"
It is indeed. Please come in.
Excellent. I'd like you to. I would be happy. Let me think a bit. Yes, that's right. My name is Professor Felix Morten, and I have a couple of colleagues here with me. This lady over here is Reehki. That's right, Reehki.
Could you describe your character, please, Frankie?
So, Reehki is small, enthusiastic, quite restless. She's a young forest gnome who's wearing mainly brown garb, some very well-worn, not particularly expensive leathers. She's got dark blue eyes that are darting around, and she's looking very, very excited about what's going on around her. She's holding a scarf. She's holding a staff. Not a scarf, although maybe both.
And over here, this lovely lady is Ilyria.
Sorry, can you pronounce your name just so I don't stuff it up?
Ilyria.
It's Ilyria.
I've been with you long enough. You really should know that by now.
I'm so sorry. It's the age.
Can you describe your character, please?
Sure. Ilyria is a tall half-elf, impassive face. Mostly just wears a lot of black robes. Not particularly expressive at all.
Excellent. And I can sense there's some food about inside. That smells delicious. What is that?
It's soup prepared from our young ward. Would you like a bowl?
Oh, I would. That certainly tastes and brings me back to my homelands back in Lodenley. Excellent.
And he sort of starts walking inside, slowly but surely. As he enters, he goes,
Yes, excuse me, young girl.
Looking at Lucy.
Is it possible if I could get some of that wonderful food?
And she looks over to this new person, goes, "What do I look like to you? A charity? 2 copper, please."
Put it on my tab, Miss Lucy. These are customers.
Right, customers. Ugh. She wanders off, and soon enough brings back a bowl for this guy, and goes, "Here, I hope you enjoy it."
It says, "Thank you." Oh, it's a very feisty little girl you have there.
She's got a heart of gold when you get to know her. We took her in off the streets and try to teach her some culture and manners. But she's very good in the kitchen.
I see, right. Well, it's probably interesting that I should get into the business I'm here. Look, I was speaking to a colleague of mine. I think you might know him. Mr. Brown, perhaps?
Oh, yes, I remember him. Yes, the ambassador.
Yes. He had some glowing remarks about a particular company called the Solution Architects. Dodgy Brothers. I mean, I was... but I heard the name, I thought he was in my leg. But he was quite insistent that he helped out. He got helped out quite quickly. And he suggested that you might be able to help me with a little bit of exploration, if possible.
Please, Professor, go on.
Well, you see, I'm a purveyor of fables and such, and I suspect that there is a location not far from here in a small village of Benaldo that quite possibly has some information on an important artifact or ancient relic. And I think that I could find that information and be well on my way to finding the ancient relic that, if my research is correct, will help me in creating a fabulous elixir that will extend people's lives.
It does indeed sound fabulous, Professor.
Yes, I mean, I thought so, but I mean, as you can see, I'm quite old and frail, and I feel that I might need a little bit more protection. I mean, these two here have done a wonderful job for me, but the location I think we're going to could have quite a bit more danger than what we're expecting. It's let me think. Yes, the Don Vito Tower, which is quite near Benaldo. It's an old abandoned building that was the owners, the Don Vito family, were a group of 7 brothers that were all wizards in their own right, and I believe they disappeared one horrible day about 50 or so years ago, and I don't know what they were researching, but it certainly seems quite interesting that they were collecting information that I believe will lead me to this ancient relic. Also, part of my research pointed to seems some sort of innocuous nursery rhyme, but I think within it holds a key that I think will break this case open if you get my meaning.
At which point I'm sitting at the so we're in reception and I'm behind the desk in the office chair, and I spin the chair around to face them, and I got my fingers steepled together listening to the story, and I'm like, Cordwin, you mentioned Cordwin. Cordwin sent you, did he?
Yes.
Interesting. And this job is your job, nothing to do with Cordwin.
Oh no. He and I go well back. Well, let's just say he's my godson, and he is a great gentleman, and he was full of praise for you. He said there were 3 people. It's a bit confusing. There's only 2 of you here. Is that young girl one of them?
Yes. Of course.
Jace wanders over to where Wabani is sitting, and he whispers, hisses in his ear, "Paying customer."
Of course. Please, Professor, take a seat in the sofa. Ignore the stains.
He walks up to the sofa that you proffer, and looks down at the stain, and with a quick flick of his wrist, the stain disappears, and says,
"Oh, that's an easy fix, thank you."
And he sits down.
Well, that stain kind of grew on me. I really wish you wouldn't have done that. Oh, damn. It was kind of like a symbol for us.
Look,
But that's all right.
I'll leave. When I leave, I'll add it back on if that is your desire. It's but a simple thing.
Tis not.
Would you
It's
like
not.
more stains? I'm sure we can do more stains. Can we do more stains?
Reehki's very good at stains.
I am.
I am very curious. I was just kind of pulling his leg, but now that you say you are a stain maker, I am curious to see you do it.
Oh well. Would you like any particular kind of stain? I can do some very pretty ones.
Purple?
Okay, in any particular shape?
A stain shape?
Okay. So Reehki sits down, concentrates, waves her hands round in front of her, and the most beautiful little purple flower stain blossoms on the couch. It looks like
Look at that. I like her. That's pretty cool.
Reehki looks even more excited.
She has a talent for these things, if you work with her closely.
So I get up from my chair and I wander over to take a look at the stain, and I inhale deeply. It doesn't smell like the old stain though, but still, that's a good thing.
Jace turns to the professor and he says, "Your colleague, Mr. Brown, was certainly correct. We are very adept at providing security. In fact, we just recently dealt with the bandits that were troubling the town. But cursed wizard towers, they're expensive."
Yes. I expect that I will have to pay through my nose here, but listen, let me describe the situation first, and then you can suggest a price, and I'll see if I can afford it.
1,000 gold.
What? Huh? I mean, sorry, my hearing gets a bit difficult in old age. Did you say 100 gold?
No, I did not. We will start the negotiations. Tell me more now. 1,000 seems to be a good starting place, though.
I keep hearing 100. Yes, I mean 100 gold is probably good.
Oh, Jace, you better take over here. I think my voice doesn't go through his ears very well.
Professor, surely you want to pay for quality, and as you've no doubt heard from your dear friend and colleague, we are quality. We do provide good security, and the difference between good security and bad security is with good security you come back, and bad security, I wouldn't want to be in that position.
Make a persuasion check.
18.
Okay, he goes, yes, I've had that before. I've been out in these wilds for a long time, and I have lost the occasional helper. Listen, this is how I'll approach this. I will give you each 30 gold a day just to protect me, and if we make it through this tower, and I'm relatively unscathed, I will provide you with 400 gold each at the end.
Well. Interesting. And that includes for our third companion, I assume.
Who? That little girl there?
Yes, she takes care of the administrative side of our business.
Well, she's not providing protection for me, so I don't expect her to get paid for it.
Jace.
Well, Barney, this is a good deal. He was offering 100 gold earlier.
Plus expenses, he said, yes? That's what I heard.
Sorry,
expenses.
400 gold plus 30 a day. Yeah, so, it's a big step up from 100 gold flat.
Let's not tell Alarak.
I think you're right. Well, Alarak's on his own business, and he's no doubt getting rewarded handsomely for that. Do you expect he'll be sharing that with us?
Yes. That seems like a logical thing to think.
Excellent. So it's a deal.
We have a deal. Jace extends his hand.
Well,
where's the hypodermic pen?
Well, it just this is what I normally do with deals.
And he sort of starts ruffling through one of his pockets and pulls out a piece of vellum and a writing implement, a quill, and he starts writing on the vellum, and then sort of lets go, and the pen starts writing by itself.
And goes, yes,
he starts dictating towards the vellum,
and yes, they will be receiving 30 gold a day, and they will finish with 400 if they retrieve the information. Well, they help me retrieve the information that I require. If they are killed, then the agreement is null and void. And
he keeps mumbling along, and at the end, the contract sort of finishes, and there's a space for you guys to sign.
And if you could just sign here, please.
Jace steps in and says, "It's all well and good, Professor, but except you inserted an extra bit there about you finding the information you require. Well, that's not our job. We're providing security. What you said earlier was that if we keep you safe and relatively unharmed, then we get our bonus pay."
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say that? I must have misspoke.
And then he looks to the paper and goes,
"Oh, yes. Cross that out and just put in that they helped me to get there and back in safety. Yes, excellent."
And then he proffers the vellum again.
Says, so what is your name again?
Jace Nylo, at your service.
Excellent, Jace. If you could sign here, please.
Jace puts a thumbprint on the form.
That should be sufficient. And you, Mr.
I am Wobani, and I seeing Jace put his thumbprint on. I give him a look, and I put my thumbprint on as well.
Excellent. Thank you, Mr. Wabani. Now, with that over, I'll get into the detail. So, yes, as I mentioned, the town of Benaldo, which is probably about 3 or 4 days south of here, I believe it is the location of the information that I require, but it's quite difficult finding this information. Would you like to hear the what I have thought about so far and discovered so far?
Please go ahead.
I mean, you're only protecting me, but I like spreading this information around. It seems that Reehki and Ilyria,
Sorry, I can't pronounce that name.
Illyria.
Ilyria have seem to enjoy my mumblings about this, so I'd like to share.
About that. How about if this is 3 or 4 days, we probably ought to get moving, I think. So you can, tell us all about it on the way.
Really? Oh, youth these days, always wanting to move on to the next thing. All right, well, we can set out now if you'd like.
I think that doesn't seem like a problem. In fact, just on the way, I mean, is it early? What time of day is it?
It's just after lunch.
Yeah, on the way, we just need to make a quick stop. I assume we're heading out the southeastern gate?
Southwestern gate, I think, will be the quickest.
Ah, bugger. Well, we got to go through one of the markets there. I just need to pick up a couple of things before we go.
Okay, well, I will wait for you. Which markets are you heading to?
That one that's got Salty Pete's place, that one.
Oh, yes.
Hawker Circle.
Yes, I know that place. Okay. Ilyria, Reehki, are we ready to go?
Of course, whenever you are.
Yes, I'm very impressed by the honesty of these people. They won't accept money just to sit and hear you talk. They'll only accept money for action. This is a good sign.
Yes. It's a refreshing change, I must say. And for such a little amount, too. I must be paying you two too much.
Hilarious thoughts.
Did you hear that, Jace? That one named Illyria says they get paid to listen. That seems really wise.
It's something to think about.
Oh, sorry. Reehki, then. My bad.
It's all good. It's all good.
Okay, onwards we go! This way! Sorry, yes, this way.
So at Hawker Circle, I just want to top up and pick up what's needed to restock my healer's kit. I only need just one since that's all I've used. And I'm going to pick up probably a couple of bottles of some kind of alcohol.
Okay, so
Jace shakes his empty flask at Wabani and says, "And you're going to fill this up again for me, aren't you?"
No, I will not. Well, yes,
you
in
drank
fact,
it all
I will
last
fill it
time.
up. I know just the thing. Just give me a moment. Give me that flask. I'll be right back down in a second.
Wabani, you're the reason this is empty. You're filling it up for me with something of equal potency is the least you can do.
Potent, all right. But you got to remember, Jace. Let's say payment for services due. Yes, I mean I really didn't want to have to kill, but that's all right. We will let that one go. I'll fill up your bloody water skin. So when we get to Hawker Circle, I'll pick up from Salty Pete. He had like a 6-pack of something.
Shifty-eyed Pete.
Oh yeah, shifty-eyed. That's the fella.
So you find in the Hawker Circle Shifty-eyed Pete's stall. It's called Superb Hot Pies. And he's there and goes, "Oh, nice seeing you again. How you going, Barney?"
It goes.
It goes, does it? Right. Well, how can I help?
I need to. You know that alcohol that Alarak purchased from you the other day, that 6-pack? I need to get another one of them. And can you fill up this flask with the cheapest stuff you've got in the flask?
All right. Say no more. Say no more. Just hold on a sec. That'll be 1 gold and 2 silver, please.
Yeah, okay. Are you sure?
Yep, positive.
Oh, all right.
Listen,
Can I try to persuade him? Can I try to negotiate and see if I can do a better price?
Sure. Roll a persuasion check.
Come on. Here we go. That's a
13. Listen, I know what you're trying, but I've got a business to run. If I see you often enough, maybe I can give you a bit of a discount, but that's how it stands at the moment. However, have I got a deal for you? Now, I've come across some fantastic potions. I won't say where I picked them up from, but one quaff of these and you'll be feeling as right as rain.
Right as rain.
And only 50 gold.
You mean it'll wet my throat?
Well, it'll do that and more. Any wounds you got on yourself, they'll heal right up.
And I look at him and I'm just, I kind of straighten, I drop down the hood of my cloak, straighten my shoulders out, and I put on my healer's calm, and I was like, you don't think I can do better than those funky glass vials you got there? But maybe my companion Jace will want to purchase those.
Well, suit yourself. They're available, and I'm sure they'll be disappearing very fast. But I see someone like you might need them, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It's up to you.
I'll call Jace over, and now here's your wineskin, or here's your flask. I got it filled up, and Shifty here mentioned that he's got some healing potions if you're interested.
Jace opens the flask and has a sniff. How's it smell?
It smells harsh. It like burns your nostril hairs.
That's the stuff. He puts the lid back on and pockets it. He says, Jace says, thanks, Wabani, but I think I'm good for healing potions.
Okay. And I'll mention to the professor. I was like, I don't know, Professor, but I don't know if your companions are interested. But Shifty here, he's got some stuff for sale if you're interested.
What? Excuse me? Who's Shifty?
And he sort of seems to move his hand towards something on his belt.
Where?
No, Professor. Professor.
Yes?
Hello, Professor.
Yes,
Shifty
that's
is
my name.
My friend over there.
Is he? Why
Yes.
is he Shifty? What's wrong with him?
Because his eyes are cross-eyed, that's why.
Oh, I see. That seems odd.
Well, I'm an albino. Shit happens.
Yes, but I'm sure that you were dropped at birth or something.
Could be. Only Donnaru knows. And I look up to the sky when I say that. No, maybe not.
The sky's pretty clear, so there's no sign.
Okay.
Typical.
So, Wabani, you seem like a really honest sort of person. Is that about right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. This man, he might be Shifty, but it says superb hot pies. Is that true?
It is true. His hot pies are delicious.
Well, I definitely believe you. Does he sell anything like hot nuts or anything else like that?
Oh, you probably have to ask him that. I've only ever bought pie from him. The
Okay.
savory type.
Excellent. So Reehki wanders over there and says, "Hello, good sir. Might I perchance purchase a small one of your superb hot pies?"
Oh, yeah, well, the name's on the sign up the top. He points up there. Listen, that'll be 2 silver, and you will not be disappointed, my lass.
Okay, and do you also sell hot nuts or cold nuts or any kind of vegetable matter?
No, not really. That's not my cup of tea.
All right, very well. Then
But-
I shall take one of your hot pies and one with extra pastry, if you can.
Okay, well, I mean, if you're looking for some green matter, well, I don't know, it's terrible stuff. But over there, and he sort of points a little way on the other side of the Hawker's Circle. That's Dwayne's store. He's got some lovely food, and I reckon he's got some green stuff as well.
Oh no, I won't delay our journey any longer. I'm sure we'll be amongst the green stuff soon enough, but I will try one of these superb hot pies. I'm very excited. And then I hand over the money.
Thank you, lass. Yeah. Just a minute. He bends down and pulls out a pie. This gentleman, by the way, since you haven't seen him before, he's a person of indeterminate age due to how dirty his attire and face tend to be.
That's
A heavy
okay.
mop of black hair falls haphazardly down his face, matted and dirty from years of open living. It's difficult to determine what colour his clothes were originally, as they're a mess of blotches of black and brown. But the pie he hands to you smells fantastic, and if you take a bite, it is, as the name suggests, superb.
Okay, so Reehki gets very excited, hands over the money, offers half of the pie to Ilyria, but tears off very carefully a strip of pastry and gently pokes it straight into her backpack and says, "It's all right, love. I'm sure we'll get some greens into you soon. Just hang in there."
Ilyria shakes her head and is like, I prefer food I made myself.
That was the weirdest thing. Did you see that, Jace? She put pie into her backpack.
I saw that. I did. Jace figures out that she's got some sort of little animal in there, and Jace is wanting to go and get some more bird seed before we left town.
We probably should get some rations as well. Shit, it's... How many days did he say? 4 days?
4 days, yeah. Professor, are you providing our rations on the road?
Huh? What? Bastions? I
Rations,
don't know any
meals.
bastions.
Meals, do you...
Rations? No, that wasn't the contract.
He sort of
Provisions.
pulls out the
Contract. You see, right here, nothing about rations.
Well, we'll best grab some before we leave town then. How many days worth of rations should we need?
Well, it depends how quick you are.
I think we should probably... There and back again, so... Make sure you
Possibly.
got 10.
4 days one way would be my guess. Yes.
I try and gently offer the professor some pie. It sounds like his blood sugar's getting a bit low.
Oh, thank you, Reehki. Oh, it's tasty. Yes, it's almost good as that stew.
Okay. Jace turns to Wabani and says, "Oh, well, let's get 10 days worth each, and that should cover us." And Jace was wanting to buy a couple of bags of birdseed as well.
Okay, so you can just birdseed is probably a couple of copper or something, so you can just deduct that all from your character sheet.
All right, thanks.
Okay. And how much... So 10 days of rations is just taking the price, the rations price normally there? So,
Yeah, I'm
right.
not doing any sort of markup, so it's all just straight.
And the topping up my healer's kit.
Yeah, so Healer's kit's what, 5 gold, isn't it? So it'll be 5 silver per top up.
Okay.
Okay. So Reehki buys some nuts.
I suspect that Professor is nutty enough, but sure.
Yeah, but when you try and feed him to a squirrel, it gets awkward.
For some reason, he seems to disapprove of that.
All right, so you collect your required things, and you're ready to head out.
Yes.
Indeed.
Onwards, ladies and gentlemen, this way.
So it starts striding confidently down the path.
Larry hurries to catch up to him.
Now, as I was mentioning before, this nursery rhyme, it's quite entertaining. I should pass it on to you. Yes, let me see, how does it go again? Oh, that's right. Little boy, little girl, listen to your hearts. When the fairer comes, he brings with him some tarts, yes. Little boy, little girl, feel with your mind. When you dance alone, something special you will find. Oh, yes. Oh, it is the second verse. Of course, yes. Little boy, little girl, hold mum and be glad. Feel safe all at once from the mottled one's grip. And the last, yes. Little boy, little girl, look now to your dad. Follow his will now. As one, we'll give it the slip. Yes. Oh, yes, that's wonderful. Did anyone learn anything from that?
Oh, was I supposed to listen? Oh shit, I'm sorry.
Oh, I can repeat it. Let me see. How does it go again?
Are you interrupting him?
No,
Jason.
I'll just let him. He can keep on going.
And Jace, are you saying anything?
Jace interrupts us and says, it was a wonderful, wonderful nursery rhyme, Professor. I wonder if it's a reference to the state of our lot in life, and we aren't we all little boys and little girls in the end?
Yes, it certainly seems that way sometimes. I mean, I was thinking about this, and I believe the reference to the Pharaoh, I think it has something to do with, it was an old gnome who lived a long time ago, and he lived in this area, I believe, and I think the Don Vito family found an heirloom of his, and I think that's where we'll find this information about the ancient relic. Yes, that'll be it. Onwards we go.
And off he heads.
Modaño just scratches his head at all of that and just like shrugs his shoulder and just follows along.
No.
Sorry, go on. What's Jace
Jace
saying?
whispers to Modaño. He says, "Look, I've dealt with these professor types before. You just keep them talking. That's the trick."
Right. Okay.
And as the day progresses, it's a relatively easy traveling down the King's Way, and at points you hear Professor Morten lean over to Reehki and says,
Now, have I told you about the history of Benaldo?
Yes, but tell me again. I love hearing it.
Yes, well, that it used to be a lumbering station about 600 years ago, I think, and it was there was a demand for wood, I believe, in the fledgling city of Modaño. Well, not long after the pioneers settled there, look, they found an extremely tasty form of freshwater lobster. I think they called it the Benaldo white claw lobster. Yes, that was it. Oh well, the trade for that lobster was phenomenal. The nobles loved it.
and it just keeps on going. Certainly, both of you, Manny and Reehki, have heard this story countless times.
Well, Reehki stopped listening fairly promptly. It looks like she's looking up into the trees. Is counting flowers. Reaches into a backpack. A little teeny squirrel sticks its head out. Starts jumping amongst the trees along the path. Between the trees and the backpack. It's just having a good time. And Reehki's enjoying the view.
Ilyria, on the other hand, is quite patiently listening. She's definitely heard it before, but, she's just come to accept that that's how it goes with him.
Yes, Reehki knows it makes him happy to tell stories, so she's happy to sit there and let him talk.
Yes, well, and how was it going? Yes, that's right. The Don Vito family, they came in and they were part of the pioneers there, and oh, that's right. They made quite a bit of money from the lobsters and were able to buy out the rest of the town. Yes, that's right. They were sneaky and they stole some of the gold and able to buy out the town outright. Yes. Oh, there was an uproar. It was horrible. But the rest of the townfolk couldn't do anything about it. Yes, yes.
And he just goes on and on and on. And yes, rest of the afternoon, he sort of segues onto one thing and then onto another. And it's if you're interested, it is fascinating, but it's hard to get a word in edgewise. Anyway, as you find your travel progresses, in the afternoon you come across a forested area. And
he goes, oh yes, this wood is it's the mild wood, I believe it's called. Yes, mild wood. We shouldn't have any problems here. We should head through and probably camp out here for the night. Yes, this way.
And
I look to Reehki and Ilyria. Does he actually know where he's going?
He does usually research this pretty well. One of his strengths.
I just remember, back in my tribe, we used to call, there was respect for the elders, but there was a word for them often. Doddering.
I can see how you'd get that impression, but trust me, he's very well respected.
No, we like to get him coming up with memories, because I like to think when he comes up with memories, then he's also remembering the ways he's been. He's been traveling for 100 years.
Really, them gnomes, they sure live a long time.
Yes.
He looks really old, though.
He is.
How is it that you guys don't have like a horse and a cart? Is he going to be able to make it on his feet?
Well, he always says that anywhere worth traveling is worth traveling slowly, and you learn more the slower you travel.
Honestly, I think he just enjoys having the captive audience for longer.
Oh my god, it's going to be like this the entire trip?
No, feel free to tell some jokes. Or particularly some dirty ones.
I'm happy to listen to dirty jokes. Unfortunately, when it comes down to that, it's just something that was never part of my vocabulary. Fuck. Shit.
Ooh.
Jay starts playing a bawdy tavern song on his lute, singing along with it.
How were the words to that again, Jace?
Reehki pulls out a very specific little notebook in her pack and starts getting poised with a scratch pad to write down any new words she might learn.
So that's a performance of 24 for this lovely rendition. Go on, Jace.
I'm not going to give you the words for the song, but Jace sings. It's a quite a lively one, and it involves the innkeeper's daughter and
first.
A lonely
Worse
traveler.
than the first.
Oh yes, that's a lovely tune. Yes, they were found out and were quite surprised by their elders. I think in that tune. Oh, it's a wonderful story. Oh, that reminds me of that time, Ilyria, when I accidentally surprised you with a wonderful discovery, and you decided to fireball my poor potion, didn't you? Oh, it was horrible.
Well, I didn't mean to. If you wouldn't surprise me, so we wouldn't have such a problem.
Took me months to find that recipe again. It was all burnt and to a
I
crisp.
apologized then, didn't I?
You did. Oh, but that's a wonderful tune, Jace. Excellent. Oh, I think we should camp here for the night, don't you?
Yeah, sure.
Right.
As you
Well,
like.
just hold on a second.
And you see him start rummaging through a small bag he has on his hip. And out of it, he pulls out a small bag, and he pulls on a loose string on the bag, and with a thump, it opens out to a quite a nice two-person tent.
He goes, oh yes, oh I forgot.
And he digs around again and pulls out another another bag out of this bag, and another little string on it. And he walks a little bit of distance this time. And he pulls on the string, and it's another thump. And this time it's a different kind of tent, and he looks at the rest of the group. Reehki and Ilyria know what's the second tent. It's his own private outhouse.
He goes, yes, we can't. We like to take the civilized places with us. I think I might just use this. Excuse me.
And he sort of disappears into the tent outhouse.
There's a joke about bears in the woods here somehow, but I'm not going to quite come up with it today, Reehki laughs.
That seems like a very smart thing to have.
Yes, well, he does so like his creature comforts. I'm not going to lie, they are rather convenient.
I head out in the bush to take care of business as well, because I was just like, well, you know, when it rains, it pours.
All right. Well, Jace doesn't have anything so fancy. He's just got a bedroll, which he lays out and then gets to work putting together a campfire.
Okay. Reehki breaks out a little bedroll as well.
When Jace has a moment, he as ritual casts speak with animals and calls out to the little squirrel that he's seen following Reehki around.
Squeak, squeak.
Squeakity, squeak, squeak.
Squeaky, squeak, squeak, squeak.
The little squirrel walks up to you, a little look of curiosity on its face, and goes, hello? Oh, yeah, you can do it if you want.
I guess, mate?
G'day, squirrel. How you doing?
Good. How are you, mate?
Good. Do you like seed?
Yeah. Do you like seed?
I've got some. He hands the squirrel a couple of bits of bird seed and it says, "What are you doing following that person around?"
I don't know. She loves me. She gives me seed. I get to sleep in her backpack. It's great. This afternoon I got to eat some pie. Best ever.
Oh, it's a pretty good day. Pretty good deal.
Yeah, I'm happy. She's happy. We're happy.
Jace gives him a couple more seeds and says, "Oh, what's your name, squirrel?"
Bindi.
All right, Bindi, you have a good one.
See you, mate.
See ya.
As this is happening, you hear a little bit of noise as Professor Morten exits the outhouse tent and says,
Oh, I wouldn't go in there for a little while. It's a bit stinky, yes. Anyway, I think I might retire for the night. I hope nothing dangerous happens to us tonight. Cheerio!
and he heads into his tent.
Sometimes I think it's for the benefit of the woods that he has his own special tent.
So it's quite early. You guys can discuss things if you want, or you can head towards bed soon. It's entirely up to you.
I would like to know how you two met.
Well, Benny was not there. He was out in the bush. He comes back out of the bush and just like, yeah, it's stinky in there. You better not go in there.
Jace turns to Ilyria and says, well, Barney and I have recently made acquaintance. I was set upon by some bandits on the road out of town, and I was valiantly fighting off 6 or 7 of them, and Barney and Alarak came along just as I was dispatching the last one, and we decided to share the road together, and the acquaintance has worked out very well for all of us, I think.
Oh, how fortunate.
Wow, you're an amazing hero.
Recounts the story, Wobani's going to go and sit at the edge of the camp and pull out one of his drinks. It's like, oh, whoa, I remember it well.
Do you do that frequently?
He's got a morose sort of spirit about him. He'll be fine in the morning.
Gosh, and I thought I was bad.
Reehki wanders over, pulls out her teeny little book, and Bindi the squirrel wanders over as well and says, Hey, got some funny words we can share if you want to laugh. They'll cheer you right up.
Sure, anything's good. The alcohol seems to deaden the feelings a bit. So yeah, if something that makes me smile is probably a lot better than how the alcohol makes you die inside.
Well, you've got some... Well, that kind of makes Reehki seem a little sad. Then she pulls out her book and opens a couple of pages and says out loud, Shit magnet.
Oh, that's a good one. Shit magnet.
Yeah! Isn't it?
How about
Isn't it? We're having a bad day. You shit magnet.
I got one. Sharp shit shooters.
Ooh, I like that one. I don't think I have that one in here. And she very excitedly scratches it in the back of the book. Mm-hmm.
Look at that. Hey, Jace, look. She wrote down one of my words in her book.
Good on you, Wabani. You're famous now.
Come on,
Oh.
Jace. Your turn.
You should tell her about the birds and the bees. That's a funny story.
Well, I tell you what, little Bindi here was telling me you know all about seed.
Oh yes, we had a bit of a chat earlier. I shared some seeds with your little friend.
Well, she would have liked that. I don't think pie was very good for her tummy. I think my backpack needs a bit of a clean out.
Oh, she told me it was the best day ever.
Yeah, well, she doesn't really mind these things too much.
The way you tell me this story is your squirrel, it shit in your backpack.
Yeah, I think that's why it stays with me, because I clean up after her so much.
Oh, God, how?
She's usually pretty tidy, but, with pie there are no guarantees.
I could never do. That is, what is it? Brave.
Oh, well, you do these things for your friends, no matter what size they are.
Honestly, though, there's many things Reehki does that I would not be doing for my friends.
Jace casts prestidigitation on the backpack to clean it up a bit.
You can do that too? Cool. That's part of why I actually don't mind the squirrel.
Maybe you should tell your professor about that, and that tent might not be so bad then.
That's a good idea.
Do you think he could make a little teeny tent for the squirrel?
Oh, yes!
That would be the cutest thing ever.
Teach Bindi to flush the toilet. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Or I guess you would have the seashells of prestidigitation, I imagine.
3 shells, even.
Yes, of course.
On the seashore.
There's that voice again in my head. Well, Bonnie, I don't do much else. I sit there and just socialize for a bit, and I offer them up if they want some of the drink.
That's okay. Reehki started blinking and going, "What do you mean the seashells? What?"
Oh, there's a story. Oh, how does it go? Demolition something or other, and there's all about shells and.
Well, when you crash your horse at high speed and all that white stuff appears. Protect you from the fall. Yeah, I've heard that story.
Yes, that's right. Of course, the high-speed horses. That's right. Of course, I thought perhaps they might be like unicorns, but no, just regular old fast horses.
Oh, it's a story. They could be unicorns.
Mustangs, I think. It's interesting.
Okay.
I need to get me some of them shells, though. I think that would be a novel idea. I don't think I need a toothbrush anymore.
Jace just drinks a bit of Wabani's wine and plays on his lute and sings for a bit. And then after, as the night gets on, he suggests that we set watch.
I'm happy to take last watch.
Okay, Reeki's happy to go first.
Next second.
Jace says, Wabani, I'm not sure you're going to be okay for last watch. How about you take first watch?
Yes. Well, is the sun already gone?
It's just past dusk now. I've opened up the party sheet if you guys want to indicate who wants to take what, and also your marching order, due to the fact that Alarak is not there and you've got 2 new people. So the direction is you're heading from the bottom towards the top. So the people who want to take the brunt of the attack should be near the top. And I think everybody is almost range except for Wabani.
Brunt of the attack at the front. No, Wabani.
I think you're about the only melee character in this group, so you're going to have to be there.
Yeah,
Oh,
you've got
bugger.
no choice.
All right. So no, I can't see in the dark, Jace. I think the morning bit is the time for me.
Well, I can keep you company. I can share some new words from my book.
Okay. All right. Alarak, have you taken the morning watch? Maybe it's time for the wine to go away right now, then?
Alarak's not here, Jace.
Oh, sorry. Wabani.
I won't. I'm not going to drink anymore. Reehki told some good jokes there. I'm feeling much better now.
Excellent. Good on you. Good fellow.
So, yeah, I think I should take the last watch when the sun is rising, so I can at least see something.
And who's taking number 1?
Yeah, that would be me. That's okay.
There is too.
Okay, I'll go through then.
And Alarak is 0. Okay. So you guys are finishing up for the night?
Think so?
Yep.
Okay. So Reehki takes the first watch. And as you're setting yourself up for bed, it seems peaceful enough. And a few hours in, I'd just like to point out, Wabani, you have a very strong, vivid dream. In it, you feel a watery presence nearby that seems to encourage you, and the presence brings to you a visualization of the wooden boar, and you get a feeling that the presence is indicating for you to take that wooden boar. Can you roll a religion check, please?
I'm not sure if I interpret that right. I think the dream is telling me to go to the toilet. That is a 12.
That's a 12. Okay, so the presence you get is some sort of divine feeling, or almost like a divine wave, or divine water, or something along those lines.
Is that you, Donaru? I think you're trying to tell me something, but can you be more clearer?
And you're whispering in your dream, are you?
Yes, it's a lucid dream, I think.
As you're whispering in your dream, you see a large wave sort of building up in front of you, like you're standing on the beach, and it just gets bigger and bigger, and the water at your feet sort of drains away, as to indicate that it's a very big wave, and it just.
I throw off my bedroll and I wake up and I run over to shake Jace. Jace.
No, just before that. So as the wave comes down and it's just about to hit you, you wake up in a hot sweat, and this is the second watch. So Ilyria and Wabani, as you guys are awake, for Ilyria, sorry, I'm going to get that name wrong until it's drilled into my head.
Ilyria.
So
Ilyria,
yes. The crackle of the low fire is of little comfort as the surprisingly cold air of the summer night seeps into your bones. It is hard to see beyond the firelight, and the new moon provides no illumination out into the woods. As you sit there thinking of a warm, comfy bedroll, you hear the howls of wolves in the distance. They sound close, maybe no more than 300 to 500 yards away, and they seem to be coming closer. So you both hear that.
I should point out I do have dark vision.
Sure, but it's too far away for you to see anything
No,
beyond
that's fine.
that dark vision radius.
Have I noticed anything? Because I have been on watch.
No,
You're asleep now.
you're asleep.
Oh, okay.
You've exchanged with Ilyria.
Do they sound like they're coming closer?
They certainly do.
Wake up whoever's not awake.
Okay, Jace starts casting Speak with Animals as a ritual.
Okay. What are you doing, Wabani?
So I woke up when Ilyria was on watch, and I woke up from this dream, and this was my waking up was coinciding with the howling.
That's correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So I throw off my bedroll and I rush across the fire to where Jace is, and I just start shaking him. Jace, wake up, Jace.
So Jace is sitting up doing a ritual at the moment.
Well, no, he would have woken you up because you were asleep at the time.
Okay. Well, what is it? What is it? And Jace springs to his feet, sword in hand.
The toy. I need the toy. You better give me the toy. Oh shit. I need the toy.
Well, buddy, it's late. Go to bed.
Ow! They're a bit closer now.
Okay, so
Guys,
No,
we don't have time for this.
I think we do. I think we need to take the time. It was a very scary dream. I think Donaru was speaking to me.
You're going to have a slightly scarier, awake time at the moment than that.
They're just wolves. They won't hurt us. We had them all the time up north.
The baying of wolves is much closer now, no more than 100 or 150 feet. It's hard to get a bead on how many are out there. The noises are coming from all around the camp. There are at least 5 or so, but beyond that, it's anyone's guess. Can I get you to make a perception check, please, Reehki? Or did you go and wake her up?
I did
Ilyria?
wake her up, yep.
Oh, okay. So you're aware.
Okay. Now, Bindi the squirrel is quite aware that wolves are scary, so Bindi the squirrel is trying to choose between the backpack and high up in the tree, and decides that high up in the tree is the place to be. So she goes, "See ya, mates!" and disappears for a minute.
I knew there was a reason I didn't like that squirrel.
Okay. So I will bring up a map here. Can I get you all to place yourselves around the fire there? Oh, hang on. I need to probably drag that out. Just hold on.
Map is bigger than my screen.
Do you know how to reduce it in size?
Yeah, it's alright, I got it.
So if I could get you to, I'll delete Alarak. In fact, I'm going to remove him from the combat tracker. Or do a DM trick. What I've actually done is set him to neutral and then made him not visible, so it looks like he's not there. Which is quite handy because you don't actually lose him in the combat tracker. So you guys are happy where you are?
Yep, I'm on top of Jace.
Okay, I think this is a good moment to have a 5-minute break.
Yep, I agree.
So we'll
Okay.
come back in 5 minutes, and then we can start this combat. Welcome back. when last we left the group, they had just awoken and there was wolves around them. They are just getting ready to take on this pack of hungry, not foxes, hungry dogs. And you have one action that you guys can do before the combat starts. So I'll just go around the table, as it were. And Jace, would you like to do anything with this one action?
Jace is going to take the dodge action.
Okay. And Wabani?
Well, Bonnie's still freaked out by his dream, so he's kind of just kneeling beside where Jace is, kind of like in a pleading gesture, ignoring the sounds.
Okay. And Ilyria, and what would you like to do?
Prepare a firebolt for like the first wolf I see.
So, as a reaction? As a reaction, sorry? I didn't hear a response. Yep, okay, cool. And Reehki?
Okay, so Reehki pulls out a piece of leather, mutters some words, and casts mage armor on herself.
Okay, can I get you guys to roll initiative, please?
21.
14.
Okay. One of the wolves comes racing out of the forest towards you, Reehki.
Don't kill me.
It doesn't do anything this turn, but it does run up to you.
Is it a friend?
It doesn't look like a squirrel. However, Ilyria does get to fire a firebolt at it. So would you, do you want to roll your attack there?
Yep, give me a sec.
Yep, no worries. While that's happening, I'll just say that the initiatives were 21 to Wabani, 20 to Ilyria, 14 to Jace, and 13 to Reehki.
It could have technically been worse.
Oh, nice. A critical hit on the start.
Damn.
Wow.
All right, you have to describe that.
Ilyria sees it, and within seconds she turns around and, fire shoots from her hands towards it, hitting it with like this large burst of sound. And
it is engulfed in flame and shrieks in agony and sort of slides up to Reehki, a mess of fur and flames at your feet.
Ricky's just stunned.
Wabani, I'll start revealing them. You can see them coming in towards you.
Once he sees that battle is joined, he stands up, and as a bonus action, he casts Shield of Faith. And leaps across. I put my hands on the shoulders of Jace and kind of do a leap across over here. I'm showing off is what I'm doing.
Larry definitely notices nothing.
Of course.
And that's it for your action?
Well, bonus action and leaping across. I don't know. Do you let the leaping across be without a skill check?
Well, if you're trying to be impressive, it would be a performance check.
Oh, okay, or not acrobatics. But anyways, performance.
No,
yes.
definitely perform. Like you're trying to show performance.
Oh, dear.
It's agile, but it's certainly not picturesque, for want of a better term.
I wanted to do a 3-point landing after leaping off of Jace's shoulders, and it failed.
The outfit you're wearing sort of ruffles, and there's a spot of pale skin on your back that seems distracting.
Okay.
Ilyria.
going to turn towards that thorn and cast Firebolt again. Miss.
This one flies above the wolf and misses, unfortunately. So this one comes racing. Its mouth is full of spittle and slathered up, and it goes and tries to bite down against you there, Ilyria.
As a reaction, can I cast Shield?
Well, see if it hits first. Don't waste a spell slot unless you need to. Okay, that your shield probably won't work because you're at 12 AC.
Yeah, that's not going to do it.
Yeah, don't worry about wasting
Alright,
your spell.
cool,
Your
thanks.
spell slot. Okay, so it sinks down into you, and you feel a piercing bite that seems to have some sort of poison in it as well. And as you look down at the wolf, it's a patchwork of different colours. It seems to be disease riddled, and it attempts to knock you to the ground, but you stand tall.
Oh yeah, I'm not being taken out by a disease wolf. It's not happening.
Jace.
Okay, so can Jace shoot at the Disease Wolf 5 without any sort of penalties? Looks like it.
From where you are, yeah, sure.
Yep, okay. He draws his crossbow and lets fly.
Come fly with me.
That's a 23. And he's also going to use his Psychic Blade's power.
Describe how you do this, because this is the first time you've done this, isn't it?
It is. It's a new power that Jace has just learned. And so the arrow gets wrapped with some purple energy, and it strikes as the arrow strikes home in the wolf. The wolf sort of clenches its eyes shut, and it howls in pain that doesn't seem to come from the arrow bolt itself, but rather the energy that was attached to it.
Okay. Are you applying the additional damage now?
I will, yes. 1 sec. I'll just do that, but I'll just finish my turn. Jace finally shouts some words of encouragement to Wabani and gives him bardic inspiration.
I reckon he needs it after that display before.
I think so.
I would have used that bardic inspiration on that move.
Okay. Now, what are we doing? Right. So, one of the diseased wolves seems to rush up towards you, Jace, ignoring Wabani as it moves. Although I don't think you're dodging anymore because you've had your turn.
True. The effect doesn't seem to have dropped off.
That's okay, I can clear it. No, it doesn't provoke from Wabani because it's still in his threat area. It attempts to attack you, Jace. Another 18. This one, you feel a bit of poison rush through your system, but it's not as nasty as the one that Ilyria faced. But it attempts to try and knock you down, and the wolf sort of jumps up and lands on your shoulders, and you teeter for a moment and then collapse to the ground. The wolf pinning you down with its teeth and front paws. You're now prone. Reehki.
Oh, Riki's not happy. This is terrible. She's getting really quite worried. She thinks that Bindi had the better idea. Okay, so Reehki thinks she wants to... Oh, goodness. She sees what's going on. She sees that Jace is in a spot of bother, but looks that Wabani is next to them, ready to help out. Ilyria is right next to a diseased wolf, so she targets the diseased wolf that's next to the person who's been her friend for a long time, and she casts magic missile.
And
Larry,
you
cheers
kill
for that.
Okay. Check
And
that. You owe me a drink. Okay.
Oh,
hang
for
on.
that you can have one.
Woohoo!
just as an FYI, magic missile. You have 3 magic missiles, and you use the first one on the wolf. You can use the other 2 on the other wolf nearby.
That is the best news ever. Okay, hang on. Pew, pew. Pew, pew. Little bright, little happy little motes of light fly off and happily kill the wolves. Or just one of them and hurts the other.
Nice.
Okay, and so Reehki thinks she probably needs to move a bit closer to her friends rather than standing out there in the middle of nowhere. So she wanders over next to she darts over next to Ilyria.
Okay. The next wolf, seeing Jace flat on his back, races up towards him. Are you on your back, or are you supine or prone?
Recumbent.
You're recumbent. And this wolf gets into your face, but doesn't manage to attack you this turn. The wolf from behind races towards you, Reehki. And stands next to both of you. You can see all these wolves seem to share the same fur of like patchwork of diseased fur. This one also doesn't get to attack this turn. And next one moves up to Jace and still doesn't. However, the last one has just the right amount of movement speed and it tries to bite down onto you, Jace. And finds a welcoming leg to chow down on. But you move away at the last moment, and it's sort of just a grazing blow. Wabani.
I come and I stand over top of Jace, and I look at the wolves. Vile beasts, you will not touch my friend. And I will channel some divine energy of destructive wrath, and I'll cast Thunderbolt. So poof. Well, here, I guess I should do this just so you can see. So it's 15 feet. Oh shit, that sucks. So I stand over top of Jace, and I cast Thunderbolt. So that is a Thunder Wave. A wave of thunderous force sweeps out from you, each creature in a 15-foot cube.
Why are you using Thunder Wave?
Why not?
Oh, you've got the spell. Oh, that's right, because you're a Tempest Cleric, of course.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a 15-foot cube, not a radius spell.
Perfect. Even better. So I go and I stand over top of Jace. And
No, it's from a point from you. It's not radiating out from you.
Yeah, a point from me.
Yes, so like the way you've got it at the moment, that'll work. But if you're standing over Jace, you won't be hitting all the targets.
No, but so a wave of thunder sweeps out from you. Each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you.
Yeah, so you choose a point on one of your corners, and it's 15 feet from that. It's not 15 feet emanating out of you.
Okay, well, I don't want to hit Jace. I'm not going to hit Jace, so I'm standing over top of Jace, and then I will move my cube.
So you could hit 2 of them without hitting Jace.
I got to remove the cube. Redraw it. So I want to stand over top of Jace, and then I will... Yep, I will do that. I'll hit those 2.
Okay.
So I will target that one and that one. And I think I've got one too many targeted. That's 1 and 3, not 2. So 1 and 3 are targeted. And because I'm using my Destructive Wrath Channel Divinity, that is when you roll lightning or thunder damage, you can use Channel Divinity to deal maximum damage instead of rolling. So, here comes their saving throw.
A 5 and an 8. They both fail, so deal maximum damage.
Is there a way to click maximum damage? Like, is it a shift or a control?
I thought it was shift, but I think shift is critical. So that's different.
Maybe I'll give control a try. Okay, well, anyways, it's supposed to be 16.
Another 8.
Yeah, so 16 damage to both of them.
Okay. That kills them both.
So that is my action. And then after my action is done, I step away from Jace, so I don't stay on top of him. And I step back here, and then as a bonus action, I will strike the number 6.
So you're moving to there and provoking from number 2.
Yep.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. So, sorry. What are you striking with?
My unarmed strike. I'm gonna karate chop his neck.
So that only works if you've made an attack that isn't a cantrip or a spell.
So a spell doesn't count as an attack?
No.
All right, then that's fine. I step back there anyways.
Okay. So number 2 has a bite action.
Yep.
Why is it rolling with advantage?
Well, you hit Jace.
Oh, that's probably why it's rolling with advantage. There we go. Now it hits you.
Bugger, it still hit me. Wow.
Oh, you succeeded with your concentration check with a natural 20. So it hits you and deals 7 damage.
Bugger.
And you succeed standing tall to the wolf. It tries to knock you down, but fails.
Okay.
Ilyria, you're up.
Wait. I'm gonna look very gratefully over at Reehki coming over to like defend a little bit and then attack again with Firebolt at the closest one. And I'm gonna miss again.
Ouch.
Apparently I only have amazing or awful.
I keep flipping a coin instead of rolling a dice.
It's pretty bad, right?
Okay. Seems to be more wolves are coming out of the trees to the north. And they all seem to be heading towards Jade. These ones just get to you, but don't do anything on their turn. Jace, you're up.
Okay, so first Jace scrambles to his feet, and then he pulls out the boar idol, and he's going to use it to cast Thunder Wave.
Okay.
So I think I can get wolves 1, 3, and 2 without any trouble.
Yeah, I think so. If you're projecting it straight to your west. Sorry, I should have mentioned that to you, Wabani.
Yep.
Okay, so that should be all failures because it's a DC 14.
Oh, okay.
Should have set it up
Yes,
as DC
yes.
14.
Okay, sorry, that was my mistake. Okay, so
Well, actually, so one of them saved. The other two didn't.
okay.
Just roll damage, and I'll add the extra damage.
Okay, thank. And the ones that don't succeed on their save, they get pushed back 10 feet.
Okay, with a thunderous roar, both from Wabani and Jace, a large amount of damage is done to the wolves nearby. And you're standing where you are?
Yes, I think so. I'll just say what. Looks like you've fixed the DC for Thunderwave. Is that right?
I haven't. I'd have to go into your character sheet. I haven't had a chance for that.
All right. Well, we can work it out later.
Yeah, that's cool. You've used it your once per day anyway.
Yeah.
With the other wolf behind you, this wolf sees an opening and strikes quickly, and lands another crawl below on your back, Jace. And this time you stagger underneath the weight again and knocked prone. Reehki.
All right. So Reehki is a little terrified by the sheer volume of the beasts attacking us. And she looks off to the side of the wolves that just got knocked away and thinks, oh, I know there's one close by, but let's just do this. And she casts, I think she can, if she can cast Snillock's Snowball Swarm and hit Wolf 1 and 3. Okay, so each creature in a 5-foot radius sphere centered on that point.
So something like that.
She can't just happen to hit Disease Wolf 2, can she?
Yeah. Oh, well, it's close. It'll have advantage on its saving throw for Disease Wolf 2.
Yeah, I'll take that. Alright, so I'll just target those. Hang on. Oh. Pew pew pew. Okay, Snillock Snowball Swarm it is.
Number 2 succeeds. Yep.
So do I then cast damage?
Yep. It should automatically deduct the correct damage. And with a burst of snowy might, the 2 wolves that were knocked back turned to a frozen corpse and collapsed to the ground.
Pew pew pew! And I stay right where I am. Then try and high-five Ilyria subtly.
Ilyria lets it happen. She's not like enthusiastic, but she definitely returns the high five.
She's like, oh yeah, whatever.
That was good.
That's cool. Let's talk about it later.
Wabani and Jace and actually, sorry, not Wabani. Jace, Reehki and Ilyria, can I get you guys to make a perception check, please?
Ten.
10 from Jace, 12 from Reehki.
Yep.
And just waiting on Ilyria. And an 8 from Ilyria. Okay. That's all status quo for you guys.
None of us noticed the beholder lurking in the bushes. There's a rabid squirrel overhead gesturing wildly that no one notices.
So disease wolf number 4 attacks you, Reehki, with a growl and a pounce. But fails. It bounces over your magical protections.
Excellent.
Number 2 keeps on going after Jace. Oh, it's a crit.
Oh, I'm going down.
And with a voracious appetite, it seems, it bites down and rips a nasty chunk out of your side, Jace, and you collapse to the ground, starting to bleed out. Meanwhile, another one races up towards you and reaches down, plucking the wooden boar out of your hands, and starts to move away.
Oh no!
Wabani.
That is not acceptable. I step across over there.
Okay.
And then I will karate chop the back of the neck of this diseased wolf 6.
Yep.
Oh, you're fucking kidding me.
That's a 7, which is a miss.
And as a bonus action, I will cast Healing Word on Jace.
So remember to roll your healing surge as well.
Okay.
So a healing energy radiates out from Wabani, and you feel it coursing through your veins, and you wake up to seeing more wolves around you. But and for some reason, the wooden boar in your hand is gone.
Strange.
And I say to Jace, now get up and do something. And I chase after the other one.
So you're provoking.
Yep. Come on,
Right.
miss.
That's a hit.
You
Oh.
shitting me.
I'm rolling well tonight.
TPK.
Like someone is.
Wow.
He does knock you down though.
He does?
He doesn't. He doesn't knock
Oh.
you down. You're lucky.
Jesus freaking. Good
Come
lord.
on, this is easy. Ilyria, you're up.
I'm going to try that firebolt again. Can't continue going badly, can it?
Okay, so you're aware that if you're adjacent, you're using a range attack. It's at disadvantage.
I forgot that. I forgot I was that close.
So you can step back if you want.
Yeah, I'll step back a bit and take the
provoke.
possible.
Yep. And number 4. It's a natural 1.
Oh, thank you, game.
So, fire that fireball.
Come on.
It clips it on the side, and it's the the fur starts to burn or smolders a little bit.
Not quite as effective, but better than nothing.
Professor!
Jace.
Okay, Jace stands up and he draws his rapier and he tries to skewer Disease Wolf number 2. And that's a 9 and miss.
The bleeding from your side distracts you, and the wolf sort of ducks to the side as your rapier strike is just hits midair. Meanwhile, as you're trying to finish off Disease Wolf number 2, the one behind you strikes and hits with a 12.
That is just ridiculous.
And you feel the wolf sink its teeth into you again, and you collapse to the ground.
What, buddy? Come back here.
Reehki.
Oh, this is all very concerning. Alright. So we've got one wolf disappearing into the bushes, another wolf trying to attack us, and 2 wolves trying to take down Jace. Goodness, what a plethora of choices. Okay. I think Reehki's not very happy with she thinks she'd be able to concentrate on what's going on if she hits the disease wolf right in front of her, but she has to step back to make a spell attack, is that right?
If it's a ranged attack, yes. Otherwise it's at disadvantage. So are you stepping back?
Yes, so I will step back.
This one is having trouble trying to get your fleeting forms and misses the second person.
Alright, so she casts Toll the Dead on it.
A resounding tone is struck, and you're able to hit it. So roll a d12 since it's injured. Thank you. And with that, it collapses to the ground, unmoving.
Bam. Alright. Do I still have enough movement left to step back and stand next to Ilyria rather than in front of her?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. I just want to step back just a teensy weensy bit. Alright.
Not the face, not the face! Okay. Can I get everyone to make a perception check this time, even with Barney?
Oh, God.
There's a 17 there, that'll be good.
22.
10 again.
Hey, wow. I've got a 7. I think we're in the middle of a whole lot of trees.
Okay. Wabani and Ilyria, you see a hulking form in the distance. A wolf much, much bigger than the others. And a horrible, sickening green glowing eyes. But it seems to be holding back at the moment. And just watching what's going on. Meanwhile, number 2 has another go at Jace.
Jesus.
Num 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 num. And once again, Jace collapses to the ground. The wolf then moves up towards you, Wabani. The diseased wolf nearby, Wabani, moves away from you at a great pace. It's provoking an opportunity attack.
I will not let that... I will take advantage of that opportunity attack.
Okay. And with that you hit.
Oh, fuck.
And roll a 1. So you clip it on the side, but it keeps moving.
Okay.
It seems to drop what it's carrying and move back towards you.
Damn, that thing can move.
They're wolves, man. You're up.
Looking back, seeing Jace back on the ground, I shake my head in disappointment, and I focus myself back on this diseased wolf beside me, and I will attack it again. Come on.
That's a hit. Finish it off.
Fudge. Oh, good.
You kill it, though.
And as it falls, I will bonus action. Oh, scheisse. Yeah. No, he's dead, isn't he?
I'm not
He's
dead.
not-
I'm dying.
He-
Can you guys hear me?
I
We
can.
can hear you now.
Yes.
Oof, that was scary. Just lost mumble for a second. Discord is
too.
still playing away
Was
in
that
the
everyone?
background, and I was just like, "What's wrong here?" So yeah, you
Small
got your
hiccup.
healing surge on top of that, Mr. Jace.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Oh hi.
Yay!
Oh!
Also, I'd like to congratulate the healing that happened.
And this is difficult terrain for me, isn't it?
No, it's fairly clear.
Okay, so I will come to go and stand over top of the object. Can I pick it up as a free action?
The object's not there.
Oh,
The
fudge.
object was dropped further up.
I okay. No. Then I thought he dropped it here and came back to get it. So, all right. If I didn't see the object being dropped, I will come back and I will get here.
Okay.
And I'll say just before, as I approach Jace as he's laying on the ground, I healed you, and you didn't give me the fucking bauble.
Ilyria.
All right, let's try that firebolt again. The fact that I'm further away this time, it's all good.
That'll be a hit.
Thank you very much.
High numbers.
There we go.
There we go.
Nice.
Bringing it home.
All right. Are you moving at all?
Jace is standing up.
No, I'm good. Where I am.
Damn good. Get up, Jace. Get up.
And the wolves sort of. Jace draws his, picks up his drops his sword, draws his crossbow, picks up his crossbow, and takes a shot at the other diseased wolf too.
Gonna check that. Huge
Sorry, what's
wolf
that?
in the distance. You know, see that huge wolf in the distance, or is that just me? Thing's terrifying.
It is a bit scary. Any penalties for that shot?
No, it should be okay. It's pretty. These trees are quite tall, and there's not a lot of underbrush. The bolt sinks true, and it severs its neck, and it drops to the ground, bleeding out. Are you doing anything else?
No. Don't want to do any running off or anything like that.
Reehki.
Has Reehki noticed the alpha wolf yet? Everyone's been pointing to it on occasion.
Well, I don't know. Has anyone sort of... Ilyria
I just
mentioned it.
did point it out, so you definitely know it's over there.
Okay, do I notice it enough to actually target it?
Not easily, no. you'd probably get a bit closer, and then you'll be able to see it.
Okay, so I've got 25 speed, so I know she's gesturing, so I get a bit curious, and I wander across.
Okay, you can just see it. You'll be able to hit it with something like magic missiles if you want.
Yeah, magic missile has a range of 120 feet. So, you know, Reehki's feeling a bit vindictive at this point. It's late, she's tired.
Hit it if you can, Reehki.
She will, because she's tired and she's had her sleep interrupted. She was on first watch, she is not happy.
The bolts clip it. It certainly looks like it's been hit, but it's ignoring the magical arrows.
Okay, it's big and a little terrifying, so can I use my bonus action to move back into the firelight a bit more?
Sure.
Okay.
Well, not bonus action. I don't think have you moved 25?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay. No, you can't move anymore then.
Okay.
The large wolf looks at the group, growls, and its eyes glow a little bit, and then it turns around and lopes off into the distance.
Did I see at all? Did it grab the bauble?
No. Well, you can make a perception check.
I mean, I don't know if I can. I can't. I mean, I can only see a few feet into the trees. I seen his green eyes, but I didn't see much more than that because I can't see that far.
Yeah. Okay. So you just saw the green eyes sort of disappear into the distance.
And I'll be like, Jace, okay, I think it left. Whatever the hell that was, some green eyes out there. We need to go into that bush and find the bauble.
Jace pats himself down, realizes it's missing, and says, "Okay, yes, let's go." And he starts searching where Bunny indicates.
Okay. Can you guys can someone make an investigation check with advantage since you're all looking? Well, at least you two are looking for it.
No,
I can only give you a general idea. I can help with this, but I'm real shit at...
I mean, can I be helping to look as well?
You probably don't know what they're missing.
Ilyria doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
But you spend about an hour looking. You start a grid pattern search, and after about half an hour, I'm assuming Reehki wants to know what the heck's going on.
Yeah, no, but I'm good at woods and I'm good at looking. Can you give me some hints?
We explain what's happening. We're looking at for a magical trinket. It's a small wooden boar.
Okay.
And I think this is the first time Donaru ever spoke clearly to me. May she live forever. I'm supposed to find it.
Yeah, that all sounds very serious and important. I'm very keen to find this thing, and then let's all go back to sleep, if we can sleep after that.
Maybe
Okay,
we
while
can-
they look for that, I'm just gonna go check on the professor quickly. To make sure he's fine. I'm assuming he
he's
slept through
sleeping.
the entire thing.
He's sleeping. He's snoring a little bit, but he's quite
Awesome.
happy. He's cuddling his pillow.
Oh, so good.
It takes you another 15 minutes with the help of Reehki and her deductive processes. You find the bauble lying on the ground.
Is it okay? Is it still intact?
Make an investigation check.
I'll help, but I can't see anything.
No, you're making you've asked the question. You have to make an investigation
Bugger.
check.
13.
It looks all right. It seems untouched.
I'm bonded to it. Is my connection still feeling like it used to feel?
No problems.
I'll summon the little fellow. What's his name? Just to check that he's still there. Knock knock.
Skeet.
Masquin.
Masquin. Masquin the imp. There's a light flash in the wooden boar, and in an instant, a little imp appears and goes, "Hey, what's going on? Who are you? Hey, a second, I know you." Your
Just-
face. Base. Taste.
Jace.
Jace. Yeah, that's it.
You can call me Boarkeeper.
Oh. He sort of sits there and thinks, goes, oh, yes, you are the ballkeeper now. Wow, what can I do for you?
Just checking that everything works as it should. You can go back now. Thank you very much for your time.
Right, bye! And he disappears back into the wooden ball.
Has Reehki seen an imp before?
Make a history check. Or you can say whether you've seen one before or not.
Jace sees Reehki looking questioningly, and he says, "Oh, it's some sort of extraplanar being that's bonded to the ball. We were just given it as a reward for some halflings we helped out."
Aha, I see. Cool. That's pretty awesome. And she pulls out another one of her little notebooks and starts writing some scratchings.
Yep.
So
you should
you
probably
def-
write down that Donaru spoke to me about that thing. May she live forever.
Would you like to write something in the book about that?
I better not.
Okay. Does Donaru have a symbol or something really cool you'd like to pop in the book?
Yeah, she usually, whenever I get the feeling now that all those times that I kept seeing waves everywhere, I'm getting to think now that she's been talking to me all along and I just didn't pick up on it. So I think a wave.
Okay. So Reehki draws she's not a very good artist, but she draws a bit of a picture of a wave and takes it all very seriously.
Yeah, I don't think you got the shading quite right. I think you should probably put a little bit more of a pencil stroke over there.
Oh, everyone's a critic.
So you won't draw it yourself, but you'll critique it.
Everyone's
Yes.
a critic. Goodness
That's right.
me.
Is it a hand waving?
No. It is no 5 fingers. No. Water. Storm wave. Thunder wave. Yeah, that's right.
So with that history check of 25, by the way, Reehki knows about imps and their origins are somewhat a little bit sinister. They tend to be a little bit evil and come from the lower planes.
But you know, Reeki's pretty pragmatic. So she notes it, does another little picture of an imp with a little question mark next to it, and just puts the book away. And also searches her brain to see if she heard any really cool new swear words during the combat, and then writes them down in the book.
I'm sure Masquin knows it.
Alright, so Wabani, you want this boar now, the boar that you didn't even want to touch earlier.
I mean, I didn't want it, but I'm fairly confident, as much as one can be when it comes to faith, that my guide would like me to put my hands on it, I suppose.
Just like all the clothes you use.
Yeah, okay. That joke went over my head. I do not get the context. No.
Jace gives Wabani a very suspicious look, but then he thinks about that gem that he pocketed secretly the other day, and the fact that
You seen that, did you? I didn't think you saw that.
What? Jace pocketed a gem the other day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
He's
you
feel-
missed that.
Yeah, you missed. You didn't. Well, Barney doesn't know about that. But yeah, he feels a little bit guilty about that still, and he's quite shaken from the experience. And Wabani did just save his life twice, so after a brief pause, he tosses the boar to Wabani.
I must say, it's such a trusting party,
Thank you,
by
Jace.
the way. People keeping things from each other.
We're grifters. Here, you if you want, you can have this in turn then, Jace. And I give him the wizard's note. I have no idea about this stuff, but you're welcome to it.
Is anyone concerned that whatever that thing is, that a wolf just wanted it?
Yeah, I was wondering about that too. And I mean, an imp just came out of it. I mean, I'm from the forest, and this all seems very unusual. You know, as much as I'd like to trust you guys, this just seems pretty odd.
Do you know? Have you ever heard the name of this dragon folk fellow named? I'm trying to remember the guy's name. The guy that we met inside the cave and took off down the
I forgot his name also.
river. Matthias. Have you
There
ever
we
heard
go.
of Matthias from this thieves guild of Modaño?
Do
No,
I make a check for that?
probably not.
Or unless you have some sort of knowledge with the Thieves Guild, which is the Hooded Flame in Modaño, you wouldn't know about Matthias.
No, I'm just.
Right. Okay. It was interesting because it seems when we encountered these bandits yesterday, maybe it was the day before, they kind of blur. They stole a baby. They kidnapped a baby from these gypsies, and they tried to get after this bauble that the baby was holding, and that their imp saved the baby. And they seemed very, very keen on getting this thing, and I do not know why.
The
And
imp
now-
saved a baby.
Yes, because the baby was bonded with it. Strange. Yes, the imp will do its best to save the owner. Although that being said, sure didn't help you out very much, Jace.
Well, there was that thunder wave, but yeah, perhaps I should have called on the imp at the start of the fight. I wasn't expecting it to be the wolves to be as much trouble as they turned out to be.
Speaking of, is anyone showing any effects from their bites?
Make a medicine check. Or you
I'll
can
help her.
ask people and. Oh,
Wow.
20.
I rolled a 20. That's good. 23.
You inspect the bites on everyone because you didn't actually receive any. You have a look at Jace quite thoroughly, and it just seems to be a superficial poison from a contaminated bite more than anything else.
Okay, so fairly easily healed. Are there any wolf bodies nearby that I would want to look at and try and work out? I mean,
Well, there's at least 10.
okay.
Some of them are more charred than others. A couple of them are frozen.
Are any of the wolves still alive?
No, they're all dead. Or are they?
I'll help as well with investigating the corpses.
Okay.
As long as we bring them close to the fire so that I can actually see.
So you can drag a wolf, a relatively good wolf carcass in close to the fire to have a look. Whoever wants to make the nature check can do so.
Nature check, or can I do medicine?
Yeah, I guess you can do medicine.
You've still got bardic inspiration, Wabani.
Oh shit, yes. All right, I will take advantage of that.
Well, I don't know whether you would actually have bardic inspiration since you took an hour to find the bauble.
True enough.
But you
All
can
right,
give him
so-
bardic inspiration because you would have another slot. So I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, lose 5 off of that. So instead of 14, it's 9.
Okay, so you look towards the wolf, the best specimen you have, and as I mentioned before, it's a wolf, a normal wolf, but it has diseased patches all over it. You can't tell what kind of disease it is suffering, but part of the fur is fallen away or it's shriveled. Some of it is coloured a sickly green. The mouth sort of slobbers some of a sickly green substance as well. It looks like a very unhealthy wolf.
I pointed out to the others, this substance here, do any of you recognize this? I do not.
Can I do a nature or medicine check?
For the substance, you can make a nature check, yeah.
Okay, that's a 17.
So you've read in a book before that some animals have weird diseases that things like filth fever. You've read about. Usually these are rats that have it, and if they can impart that onto humanoids, and they can suffer badly for this. But this doesn't look like filth fever or any other disease you've read about, and it seems relatively harmless. It doesn't seem to have. No one has seemed to have contracted the disease after the attacks. But as to its particular nature, it eludes you.
Should we wake the professor and ask him, or should we let him sleep? He does get tired these days.
You know what he's like when he's working? He's absolutely useless. First.
That's true. We'd probably hear some story about the wolves from 5 million years ago.
Should we burn the majority of the bodies except for one?
Yes, and store that one in the poop tent.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Okay. So it doesn't take you long to burn all the corpses. And you leave the best looking one in the poop tent. The smell has gone away due to the fact that it's been a few hours.
I forgot, out of character question here. Long rest, does that heal?
Yes.
Okay.
And all spell slots and such.
Okay. Just wanted to be sure if I needed to use my medicine kit or not. Okay.
So you guys are retiring for the evening?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Do we need to set up watch again?
I think that would be wise. That large wolf, or those glowing green eyes.
Look,
this kind of frightens me.
I have both dark vision and I haven't taken any damage, so I'm happy to take first watch again.
You also really did sleep.
No, but I'm a bit of a machine. I mean...
I don't think it would be wise for you to be exhausted in the morning.
Okay.
You go to take what rest you can, and we'll just continue on as normal.
All right. That's very kind of you. We're very lucky to end up with such a kind group. So, Reehki curls up in a little ball, and Bindi makes her way out of the tree and just kind of plats her hair as she falls asleep.
Bindi plats Reehki's hair.
What a useful little squirrel.
There she is. They're bonded. They're good friends.
Okay, so whoever's watch is on at the moment, you watch through the night, and no other events occur. No sight of that large creature appears through the rest of the night. And into the morning, the last person on watch finishes, and there is still no sign of Professor Morten in his tent. Ilyria checked on him before he was sleeping, but sounds like he's sleeping in at the moment.
When I wake up, I go over to Jace, and I was like, Jace, you might not have known, but normally when I heal people, Alarak and we usually charge for that, so that's 10 gold, my friend.
Jace just laughs.
And I just kind of look there stupefied. Where's Alarak? He's good at collecting.
Jace just slaps Wabani on the shoulder and says, good one, good one. Haha, very funny. So, what's the plan for this morning?
Well,
I know, but I'm
isn't
going to
asleep.
wake the professor up.
So you go into his tent, and he's still snoring away, and you nudge him slightly. What?
Oh, hello, Ilyria.
Good
How are you
morning.
going?
We had a rather exciting night.
I see.
I can tell you about that over breakfast.
Oh, that'll be interesting. So, right. Well, let's see. What do I have for breakfast? Oh, I need to go to the toilet first. I'll see you later.
He gets up and races out.
This will be good.
Follows out at
Where's
like a
my
way more
popcorn?
sedate pace.
And then he runs into the outhouse. Goes,
What? Oh, what's this? What exactly is this?
Oh,
Some sort of prank?
no, that was part of the nighttime story I was going to tell you.
Well,
Don't
excuse
push
me.
aside.
he sort of steps around it and does his business. When he's got to go, he's got to go. And then he comes back and says,
Well, do tell. This sounds like an interesting story. What happened?
We got attacked. Quite a few of those things.
I see. Yes, and
Everyone made it okay.
oh, good. That's good to know.
There is something strange going on with these people.
What? Oh, do tell. This seems interesting. Should we leave them?
I mean, ultimately, look, that's up to you. I'll follow you wherever you want to go. But I definitely think we need to ask about it.
Right. So you were attacked by these wolves, were you? Were they useful? Did they help?
They did, but they have an item. I think that might cause us more trouble than it's worth, maybe.
I mean, one of them was very, very good at being a target.
Oh yes.
Do appreciate
was it
that.
Was it that bald guy? He seems a bit easy target.
Did I hear that?
no, he's basically speaking it. You can make a perception check.
Because Wobani, he doesn't do well with discrimination.
No, neither of you hear him speaking. He's speaking rather low.
So no, he was one of the heroes. It was Jace threw himself in front of the wolves and took so much damage on our behalf.
Oh really? Well, what a brave man. I should go up and thank him.
And with that, he sort of turns away and walks up to Jason and says,
I hear you were a hero last night. Excellent. Could do more of those.
Thank you, Professor. I don't feel terribly heroic right now. More sore and achy. The whole pack went for me, it seemed.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, you're still here, so that's a good thing, right?
Well, that's what I always say. A good fight's the one you can walk away from.
Exactly. And Ilyria was telling me that you have an item that may have encouraged them to attack you. Is that true?
Look, who ever heard of such a thing? We do have an item, and look, yes, the wolves seem to take an interest in it, but who knows what goes on with wolves' minds? You know, they part dog, really, aren't they? Maybe it's just playing fetch.
Larry just like glares at him, being like, "Don't you dare try and pass it off as nothing."
In any event, I was unconscious for most of it. Wabani might be able to tell you more. His god seems to be talking to him about it.
Right, well, those god botherers, I'll go talk to him then. Yes,
No,
Wabani?
I'll be cradling the toy in my hands, thinking, "Why, Donaru? Why?" And then hearing him come across, I'll be like, you finished your business with the wolves in the poop tent."
Well, I mean, it was a nasty surprise. Someone should have told me. Oh, but I'm feeling better, which is the important thing.
So,
Anyway, this item of yours. What is it? Is it a sword?
I hold up the toy. It's
What?
this.
What?
The wolves
That thing?
wanted it, as well as the Thieves Guild in Modaño. I
Let me have
think.
a look.
I give him the toy.
Let me see.
He sort of spins it around in his hand.
Yes. Okay, yes. Well, there's a strange mark on the bottom of it, but I can't make head or tails of that. But it's certainly magical in nature.
Yes, you can call an imp.
Oh, I see. Can you show me how that's done?
Oh, well, I haven't actually attuned to it yet.
Right.
Sort of looks at you a bit skew if
I had it back to Jace. Jace is still attuned to it. He can summon it.
Okay, Jace does so.
And once again, a little, and Masquin appears. He goes, "Oh, hey, Bullkeeper, what's up now?"
Masquin, this the professor here has a few questions for you. Would you mind having a chat with him?
Don't like talking to the others, but okay. Oh, hello, what are you?
I'm a gnome. Don't you see? Strange creature. You're an imp, aren't you?
Yeah, what of it?
Well, I don't trust imps. I'm not going to speak with him.
Hey, well, I'm just here.
Yes, and you should go back there. Ta-ta!
Hey, right. Well, he doesn't want to talk. You want to talk to him, Jace?
Well, I'm a bit confused. He said he wanted to talk to you, and then now he doesn't all of a sudden.
I don't trust imps. They're evil.
Masquin, are you evil?
Next question.
That is not a good sign.
Maskin, would you like some nuts?
Oh, maybe. What are they like?
I don't know. Look over at Bindi. Are they any good, Bindi? She gives a little teeny thumbs up. Squeak!
What about that thing there? He's pointing to Bindi.
Okay, next question. I grab Bindi and run up into the bushes. No nuts for you!
Right, well.
All right.
I think strange gnome talking to me, a strange gnome holding back and not giving me a squirrel to eat. What next? What are you doing here? He looks at Ilyria.
Masquin, do you have any idea why these wolves might have tried to steal the boar from us last night?
No.
Is he telling the truth? Like,
You can make an insight check. Everybody's rolling insight. So 21 for Jace and a 7 for Ilyria. And a 17 just watching it.
Well,
Yeah,
Bonnie's
you
not.
there, Dagobah?
Well, Bonnie's not. I'm not concerned about whether or not he's telling the truth.
He is not that like he doesn't seem to be lying, but you get a feeling he's not telling the whole truth.
Okay, Jace says to him, "What you're holding out on us? What is it? You know?"
See ya. And he's gone.
you know, next time you call him, I can cast friend on him if you really want to know what's going on.
I think I do. Jace calls him back.
Jace, wait a minute. How is that possible? I didn't think that such things. Don't you command him?
Well, I thought I did. I thought that was the way the ball worked. Jace gives a bit of a shake and says, "Masquin, come out."
Comes out again. He's looking a little bit frazzled. He gets what now? I'm trying to sleep, you know.
I thought you had to obey me because I was the boar keeper. Why did you run away when I asked you a question?
Because I don't like the question. I don't have to obey you. Just have to protect you.
What do you know about the wolves? Can I make an intimidation check?
Sure.
Can I help with
9.
an intimidation check? Just like look extra menacing.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure.
So I get advantage then?
Roll again.
Yeah, roll again.
Oh.
So a 13. You start leering over him and go, well, they've got 4 legs, a tail, and they're furry, and they bark. What should I know about wolves?
Reehki looks over at him and mutters a word in ancient gnomish that means king of the turd tent.
He doesn't understand that language, so he just looks at you and then looks back to Jace. What's this about wolves anyway? I don't see any wolves here.
Jace points to the turd tent.
Wobani drags the carcass out of the poop tent.
Oh, now that looks like a wolf. There you go. Problem solved.
This wolf tried to steal you last night.
Well, I mean, look at me. I'm awesome. Of course, people want me.
Yes, but
Well-
wolves don't usually attack in groups with such purpose like that.
Well, I mean, there are stranger things out in the world than wolves taking a toy. Maybe they want to play with it. I don't know.
That's what I said. I said they were playing fetch. Then this one, I'm pointing at Ilyria, starts staring daggers and telling me I'm not allowed to make light of it. Well, I think it perfectly makes sense for a wolf to want to play fetch.
You'd rather make light of it, or it's a serious answer.
He sort of, like, he lands on your shoulder and goes, "Yeah, that sounds good, Jace."
Wolves are
Not dogs.
basic creatures. They don't make plans and steal things. That's not
That's
what
exactly
wolves
my
do.
point. That's why it's weird.
And there's that massive. I mean, are we all forgetting about that massive, great, city-sized wolf that seemed to be, hovering around the edges and might just want to come back and get you, Impy Imp, King Imp?
And actually, I do have a question of curiosity, but for some reason, my lady, Donaru, may she live forever, seems to think that you are important.
Well, of course I'm important. Have you seen me?
No.
He sort of does a spin and a twirl. Look at me. This is pure muscle.
Sure, you are an amazing-looking small creature. I am sure you get all the girls and boys. Whoever it is, whatever sex you are, I do not know. I do not.
Certainly,
and
when
I
I
do
make
not want to know.
I make milkshakes, they count.
Yes. Okay. Sure. You're very attractive. Now, why else might wolves and gods be interested in such a thing as you? Or
Well, I don't
maybe
know,
not
and then-
you. Maybe the wooden statue itself.
He starts to talk. Well, I don't know, and then poof, he disappears.
We've got a serious problem with this little shit.
Jace just tosses the boar to Wabani and says, "Look, this is.
You
It is
know
what it is. The boar's useful. It helped us kill a whole bunch of those wolves last night. And as weird as it is for a wolf to run off with the thing, I don't believe that they were attacking us to get it. I think it was just something that caught the wolf's attention."
We don't
You're
believe.
more naive than your face
Yeah.
looks.
Do we believe him? I mean, Reehki's incredibly positive, but even she's not quite in on this.
Jace usually thinks with his looks, I think. So,
I mean,
I'm thinking,
Ricky's a gnome, so she's a bit confused. Does that mean he's smart or very dumb?
yes.
Get the impression they're both white dumb.
Hey,
But wolves like the taste of Jace, so that's something.
yes. Here, I have an idea. If Donaru, may she live forever, is looking for this toy, maybe I can throw it into some water, or if we see the ocean, or if there's a storm out, maybe then.
I mean, I certainly have no attachment to the object.
I don't want to be attached to the object either. Attachments are bad.
I think we should just be very concerned if we get attacked again because of it. Once is weird, twice is a problem.
Well, I think this is 3 times now.
I think you're
think it
drawing
should be a-
connections that don't exist. You know, the bandits attack caravans is what they do. I mean, you're seeing connections that just aren't there.
Look, here. Okay, Jace, here's a comb. The adults are talking now.
Give him a mirror. Give him a mirror.
Oh,
I'm sorry,
Jace-
Jace.
I
I'm sorry.
think I've got a mirror.
couldn't-
Hang on a second.
Jay storms off in a huff.
I'm sorry.
Wait, Jace, I've got a mirror. Hold on.
Little Bendy follows him, offering to plait his hair.
Oh, that squirrel. I thought perhaps that was lunch, but that is just too precious.
Oh, bite your tongue.
I did. Well, now, anyway, that's that. I'll just put this back in the pack and to hell with it, and let's go continue on. Maybe
Are
we'll
you
find
going to attune
answers
to
on
it?
the trip.
Is there any way that the professor would know any kind, or I would know any way of shielding it, so people would have a harder time tracking it?
You can make a Arcana check with a roll of 8. You think hard and fast, and you're aware of some shielding spells, but nothing seems to align with doing it with an object, unfortunately.
Maybe if I stick it in one of the cans of Shifty's special drink.
That might work. They
Okay,
might like
I'll do
that.
that. And I'll crack open one of the cans, and I'll drop the wooden boar inside of it.
So you drop the boar into a can, and it just bobs there. If there's any liquid in it, it's just bobbing on top of the surface.
Yeah, it's Shifty's special.
It's happily floating there. It doesn't do anything.
I'll put the stopper back on top, and I'll leave it like that, thinking that it's very confident now that it's shielded.
Ilyria's just looking at him being like, "You're an idiot."
Whatever
Can I
steals
insight
it
check
won't
that
get
look?
very far.
You could definitely.
Hey, now
She thinks you're an idiot.
But that's not very nice. I mean, two ladies working with the professor. I think I hate you.
Oh.
My feelings
Ricky's
are
the
hurt.
nice one.
Are you thinking of any words at this moment that I could write down?
Rat bastard son of a bitch.
Oh, thank you. You're so kind. Would you like a nut?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm not stupid. I understand this business about, give him a goodie when he does something you want him to do.
I think you're
goodness.
applying. I think you're rather suspicious of the wrong person here.
Oh, no, we're not like that.
I'm always suspicious of everybody.
Yeah, that's fair. But we're not like that.
Anyway,
So what is happening? Professor Morten walks up to Jason and goes,
I've got that mirror for you. You need a mirror?
Jace snatches it off him angrily, and then after the professor's walked away, he looks at it and starts adjusting his parents.
Excellent, excellent.
And he
And
turns around
checks
and
his
goes,
teeth.
Right, well, I need to pack up these tents.
he walks over to his first one and pulls a string, and it sort of shrinks back into itself, and he puts it in his bag, and then walks over to the outhouse and says,
So, what are we doing with this wolf again?
Burn.
Oh, burn it, I guess.
Right,
Burn.
well, I'm sure you can do that while I deal with the outhouse tent. Thank you.
So, Professor, when you pull that string and it kind of shrinks like that, what happens with your business inside?
Oh, you're gonna watch?
No. Well, yes. I watch in fascination.
You'll have to get closer than that, Barney.
No.
Barney, you only watch once. I'm just warning you.
Illyria's like just ignoring them and burning the wolf.
Closer. Over
No,
there.
I think my nose is wrinkling. I can't get any closer.
Well, you're not gonna see what happens from over there.
Will I get dirty?
Well, that's for the gods to decide, I'm sure.
All right, I get in close.
Right, just there a little bit. Yep. Perfect. Right, here we go.
and he pulls the string, and it shrinks, and the little business that he has done sort of plops at your feet.
On my
See,
shoes?
There we go.
No, just in front of you.
Phew. Well,
You didn't think I was going to get you in the face, did it?
I smile and
I'm
I
so
look
funny.
at Reehki and I'm like, hey, sharp shit shooter.
Nice one. And Reehki writes that down in her book.
Right, are we ready? Are we heading off to Benaldo?
So, is it my job to clear away the poop with the prestidigitation? Because, I mean, leaving it in a little pile on the ground in the middle of a campsite's really not ideal.
It's off to the side. It's like under some trees or something. It's up to you.
You make fun of me about not being smart, yet I know nature giveth, nature taketh away. Just let nature taketh away.
I like that plan. Next time I refuse to clean up, it's going to be because nature taketh away.
Meanwhile, Morten
Thanks for
calls
that,
out
guys.
to Jace.
Jace, we're going! You coming?
Jace starts trudging along at the back of the group.
Excellent, excellent. Let's go!
He looks fabulous now.
Is he singing a song?
He could be singing a song. He's encouraging Reehki to sing a song with him.
Well, Bindy's doing a little squirrel dance across his shoulders.
Jace starts singing a fairly angry song with with a whole lot of sort of heavy sort of work on the lute.
Is it a bit emo?
A bit emo, yeah.
Okay, I think this is probably a good point to leave it for the night. As much as I like to leave it on a cliffhanger, I don't think it's going to happen tonight. So thanks everyone for listening, and hopefully you'll join us for the finale of this this episode or this adventure next week.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.